When we have teachers tour our classrooms, they are so impressed and inspired by what they see and what they feel, because they feel this sense of wonder, they feel a sense of peace. And so they want this for their own classroom. Therefore, they think about what they saw in the classroom, like lamps and rugs and interesting materials. And they go out and buy all these things, hoping if I do this, if I buy these material things and put in the classroom, then I will emulate what I just saw in the classroom I was in, which was so inspiring. But what they find out is they put the lamps in there, they put the rugs in there, and the children are the same. The children there's still not order in the classroom. The children are still running amok. And the feeling of peace and inspiration is just not there. And the reason for that is because they're missing principle. They're missing the why. Why do we do this? And what do children need?
That's super silly. Yeah.
An example of a principle could be gravity. So, for example, this ball, whether I believe in gravity or not, is always going to fall if I drop it. It's never going to go up, regardless of my beliefs. And that's how principles guide us. They're unchanging, they're laws, they're universal, they always apply. In order to apply the principles or the natural laws to early education, you need to know what they are. And then you have to adjust your beliefs around them. And then once you adjust your beliefs around them, you can manifest them in the classroom. Working from the principles of development, it really allows teachers to see children and to be in non-judgment of who the child is and without an imposition of who the child should be. So when we are providing education that's rooted in these principles, these timeless truths about who children are, we can approach the child with the gifts of education rather than approaching the child as an obstacle to the adult's goal to have an educated child. So one perspective is that I need to fix this child. There's something missing from them. And the other perspective is that this child is so curious. Their whole task, especially when they're young, is to figure out the world around them. They're having a love affair with the world around them. And if I can interact with you from that perspective, then I understand that all these tools I'm giving you are to help you become whole. But the other perspective is that I need to make you whole. What we really want to ask is, what does the child need? And then the adult can decide what to do. Helping teachers learn that process of thinking is frustrating for them. And one of the ways we've helped them really wrap their mind around that is to think about, if you're preparing a meal for someone and what you're focused on is what I'm going to make because this is what I want to make or what I'm good at making, but you don't think about who's coming first, then if you make chicken and you have a vegetarian coming, you haven't met the need, and your party won't be as, fulfilling for that person or for yourself, right? Because you're spending your time then wondering, how am I going to get them to eat this? Versus if you think about who's coming, and then you think about what you're going to prepare. You're still doing the same task. You're still preparing the meal, but you're coming at it from a different perspective. Oh, the power of thinking.